Hello, good evening, this is Diecast Lou, and I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this episode of Vintage Mondays. And as you can tell from the beginning intro to this short video, it's not about Matchbox this week. I will be doing more vintage Matchbox next week. My chair is really squeaky, I just realised that. Yeah, more vintage Matchbox to come next week. Didn't find anything basically, but I did come across a really cool piece, and as you can tell again from the theme tune, it is from the TV, very popular TV series from 1967, Ironside. So without further ado, we'll take a look at the piece I found. So let's just get a bit extra zoom on, and here it is. Now, when I first seen this, I was interested because the first thing I seen about it was it is a Ford. I've forgotten the Ford that it's based on. I will leave the Ford that it's based on. I think it's 1936. Anyway, I'll leave the what year it is down here. But anyway, it reminded me of the van from Jeepers Creepers. I know it's not the van from Jeepers Creepers. The van from Jeepers Creepers, I believe, is a sort of later 30s Chevy van, I believe. I can't remember now. Possibly. But so when I first picked it up, I was already eyeing up a future custom. And then as I realised, as I looked around it, I thought, I know this from somewhere. And then I realised that it was the truck from Ironside. So for those that don't remember Ironside, I should think some of us do. Ironside was a 1967 TV series. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, 1967 TV series. It is an American television crime drama that aired on NBC over 8 seasons, I believe, from about 1967 to about 1964, 65, I believe. The show starred Raymond Burr, I think it's Raymond Burr, as Robert Ironside. And obviously in the TV series, he was disabled. He was in a wheelchair. And like I said, I have watched it, but if I'm completely honest, I had to go back and watch more episodes of it. Now, this is slightly more play-worn than I would really like to have picked up, but when I looked these up, these are really quite rare. And mint, can't even get all that piece of string, mint condition pieces like this are fetching at least £100. But I had to get it because, like I said, I thought it was interesting. You push this like that, and this piece does go up and back, and then push it a bit further, and it shows Ironside himself in his wheelchair. I've forgotten the name of the guy that's behind him, but he was in the TV show. But there you go. And I just thought it was really cool. So this casting is, I believe, if we look at this, it is from 1971. So there is a little tag on it. So I got this from the usual place I've been getting a lot of my vintage diecast from recently, and that's up in, that's after my work on my Saturday shift. There's a flea market that I go to, and it was £10, but I got it down to £6 because I do buy quite a lot from the chap. So yeah, so something that I picked up within mind of a custom, I ended up picking up because I just thought it was really well made. And the action on this, simple, but works. That piece just then pulls down. It is all metal. It is a metal base. So the actual make of the trucks, there you go. It does say made in Great Britain. And then it's got the parts. Is that parts? I can't quite see it. But there you go. It is a Corgi Juniors Whiz Wheels Ironside truck. So very cool. I will leave a second before I go because it's a very long video. So this is some other models that you could have got from back in the time period. So as you can see, there's some really cool pieces that you could get involving the TV show. So anyway, so that is basically this week's video. I'm getting quite the corgi collection, and I must admit, I said this to my partner, I'm actually starting to think about, as much as I love Matchbox, and I'm never going to stop collecting Matchbox, I have got a lot of nice stuff. And if I wouldn't mind starting to go down the rabbit hole a little bit of collecting early vintage, or say early, sort of some more vintage corgi, but and also some of the Husky brand. I quite like the Husky range. I'm getting 1 or 2 nice Husky pieces, which was made by the same company, which was Metoi, who were responsible for corgi. And the whole idea of the Husky brand was supposed to be in to compete with Matchbox. And I am starting to get in a rabbit hole a little bit of early corgi, or like I said, late 60s, early 70s corgi, and the Husky brand. And just before I disappear, I'll show you what I'm getting at. So I've got quite a lot of early 80s and 80s corgi, and it used to be synonymous to like this. So, you know, pretty basic, quite thick casting. The castings were always very thick, but not the most expensive feel to them. But again, not bad. And I do like this Porsche Targa top. I do like it, but I'm just giving you an example. I didn't want to pull out too much. I'm just pulling out the pieces that to hand, but I have got some really cool pieces from this era, and it is, like I said, very basic. But the stuff that I'm thinking of getting more into, so is like this. So it is the earlier whiz wheels. Now, this is in reasonable condition, this little Volkswagen, but this type of stuff, so there you go, Corgi Juniors, made in England, all that great stuff, with the whiz wheels and the more thicker, heavier, well-made Corgi. So this is the sort of stuff I'm thinking of going to get more hold of. And there's a couple of more pieces here, and I'll give you an idea. So this is, again, probably around the same time period. Let's have a little look underneath. It just says Ford Thunderbird. But this one does have a little button there that you push it, it lifts the bonnet. And then obviously it has an engine, and there you go. So that is the bit, your button you're pushing is the air filter that goes up and down. And like I said, these aren't in the best condition. I have got some really nice mint corgi here, but a lot of it is the more mid-80s stuff when they sort of went a little bit more cheaper. And then you've got obviously this Mercedes Gullwing 300 SL, I believe. And there you go, as the opening doors. But I just wanted to show these because these are to hand, and these are the sort of things that I'm thinking of getting into a bit more, if I can come across it. But like I said, I'm more along the lines of the Husky brand. But anyway, that is this week's episode. Please like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more vintage Matchbox Mondays, and possibly more Corgi Mondays and other vintage pieces. And with that, I'll see you all very soon. And oh yeah, I might make another video later on today. I've got some really cool premium pieces, but then again, I might do it tomorrow. But anyway, take care.